The denobulans laughed at the primitive humans until they saw the flawless diamonds pulled from deep inside Earth. The glimmering gems captivated an alien race who prized rare minerals above all else. On an unassuming mining colony called Earth, Jesse Griffin made a startling discovery deep in his mine shaft. A cache of enormous, perfectly cut diamonds the size of his fist glittered under the artificial light. In all his years mining, he had never seen anything close to their clarity, size, and sheer perfection. Word of the incredible find spread like wildfire through the human colonies, eventually reaching the crystalline denobulan race who had previously written off the humans as a laughably backward species. High-ranking denobulan official, Mira scoffed as she led an expeditionary force to the Sol system to see these fabled diamonds for herself. Her species had carefully cultivated crystal gardens filled with the rarest minerals in the galaxy for eons. What could these upstart humans possibly have that would impress the mighty denobulans? Earth's planetary council saw the denobulan visit as humanity's one shot to change the galactic balance of power. They tasked Jesse with a critical mission, negotiating a trade deal with the aliens using the incredible diamonds as leverage. Access to advanced denobulan technology could propel human progress forward by centuries, launching them from a backwater species to a true intergalactic player. But if Jesse failed, the resource-hungry denobulans may decide to simply take what they wanted by force, spelling disaster for the human race. The fate of Earth and her colonies rested on Jesse's shoulders. As the miner-turned-diplomat prepared for the high-stakes negotiation, he immersed himself in denobulan culture and history. The reverence they had for rare minerals bordered on religious. Jesse realized the diamonds he held could be the key to everything, a bargaining chip of unimaginable value. The flawless gemstones were beyond anything the aliens had ever seen, even after millennia scouring the cosmos for the most precious minerals. When the day of the big meeting finally arrived, Jesse revealed humanity's stunning trump card. He watched as Mira and the denobulans stared in slack-jawed awe at the glimmering, perfect diamonds from Earth's core. In that moment, as the aliens gaped at the crystals, Jesse understood that the denobulans' laughter and dismissal had turned to pure shock. They had drastically underestimated the potential of Earth and her people. Seizing the opportunity, Jesse laid out his terms. Humanity wanted a seat at the galactic table and access to the transformative technology that could reshape their civilization. This was Earth's chance to become so much more than a primitive backwater. A new era was dawning, one where an unassuming mining colony and its remarkable diamonds would change the fate of worlds. The future of humanity hung in the balance. As the implications of the diamonds sank in, Mira agreed to hear out humanity's proposal. Jesse found himself on a sleek denobulan ship, rocketing through the stars to Denobula Prime alongside a delegation of wide-eyed humans. They pressed their faces against the viewport, marveling at the swirling nebulas and glittering star clusters they passed. But nothing could prepare them for the sight of the denobulan homeworld. Sprawling, crystalline cities stretched across the landscape, glinting under the twin suns. Towering spires of diamond and emerald reached for the heavens, while hovercrafts zipped through the air like glittering insects. The human delegation stood slack-jawed as they took in the advanced alien civilization that dwarfed anything back on Earth. Jesse steeled himself as they were ushered into a grand negotiation chamber. He laid out humanity's offer, his voice steady. In exchange for your technology and opening trade routes, Earth proposes giving the denobulans exclusive mining rights to our unique diamond deposits. Mira's brow furrowed. We must verify these claims before agreeing to anything. I will personally accompany an inspection team to your mines. Jesse's heart pounded as he led Mira and the denobulans down into the depths of the Earth. The rock face sparkled with veins of diamonds, the tunnel walls practically encrusted with the precious gems. Mira ran her long, crystalline fingers over the stones, her expression unreadable. This is extraordinary, she breathed. I've never seen deposits on this scale, certainly not of this purity. The other Denobulans murmured their agreement, their initial skepticism morphing into unbridled awe. As they ventured deeper, Mira suddenly froze. "What's this?" She pointed to a strange object embedded in the diamond-rich rock. Jesse moved closer, his eyes widening. It was clearly of alien design, all sleek lines and unknown alloys. "I don't understand," he said slowly. "This was just supposed to be a diamond mine. But this changes everything. What if the diamonds are connected to this artifact somehow?" Mira met his gaze, her expression grave. "It appears there is more to your planet's history than even we realized. We must proceed carefully." News of the artifact's discovery spread like wildfire through the galactic community. Suddenly, Earth found itself at the center of a political maelstrom as alien species clamored for a piece of the action. Some wanted the diamonds, others the artifact. A few saw Earth as a potential ally, but far too many viewed the planet as ripe for conquest. Back on Denobula Prime, Mira paced the length of her quarters. The artifacts, the diamonds. What did it all mean? Her people had always prided themselves on their superiority. But now, other civilizations, including the once laughable humans, may have had incredible capabilities lost to the mists of time. Perhaps it was time for a new approach. Cooperation rather than condescension. Jesse, meanwhile, fought to keep Earth from being torn apart by the very discovery he had made. Denobulan hardliners wanted to strip the planet bare of diamonds. Aggressive races saw the chaos as a perfect chance to invade. And through it all, the tantalizing mystery of the alien artifacts hung over the proceedings, a riddle waiting to be unlocked. The former miner gritted his teeth as he threw himself into the negotiations, each deal a battlefield in an escalating intergalactic struggle. The future of Earth balanced on a razor's edge. One wrong move could spell disaster, but if he played this right, humanity might just have a chance in this brave new universe. The negotiations on Denobula Prime descended into chaos as news of the Cryan arrival spread. Jesse watched helplessly as alien diplomats shouted over each other, their voices rising to a fever pitch. The chamber doors burst open, revealing a towering figure flanked by heavily armed guards. "I am Supreme Commander Gortok of the Cryan Empire," the alien announced, his voice booming across the room. "We demand our share of Earth's diamonds. Refusal means war." Jesse felt his stomach drop. The Cryans' reputation preceded them, a warrior race that took what they wanted through brute force. He stepped forward, hands raised in a placating gesture. "Commander, perhaps we can discuss this calmly." Gortok slammed a massive fist on the negotiating table, cracking it. "There is nothing to discuss, human. Give us the diamonds or we take your planet." As Jesse scrambled to keep talks from completely breaking down, Mira worked tirelessly in her lab. She pored over scans of the artifact, muttering to herself as she cross-referenced with Denobulan historical records. "This can't be right," she said, rechecking her findings. "The artifact predates our oldest records by millions of years. What kind of civilization could have—" Her voice trailed off as the implications sank in. She needed to tell Jesse immediately. Mira found Jesse looking haggard after another tense negotiation session. "Jesse, I have news about the artifact. It's older than anything we've ever encountered. Far older." Jesse's eyes widened as he listened to Mira's explanation. A plan began to form. "Mira, what if we studied the artifact together? A joint Earth Denobula project. If we can unlock its secrets, we might find a way to defend ourselves against the Cryan." Mira hesitated, then nodded. "Agreed, but we must work quickly." On Earth, human and Denobulan scientists huddled around the artifact, scanning it with increasingly sophisticated equipment. Jesse watched anxiously as they worked, acutely aware of the Cryan fleet hanging over their heads, like the sword of Damocles. Suddenly, the artifact hummed to life. Energy coursed through it, bathing the lab in pulsing light. The assembled team stumbled back as a holographic display flickered into existence. "My God," Jesse breathed. What did we just do?" Light years away, on board the Malari flagship, alarms blared. The captain turned to his second-in-command. Set course for Earth immediately. We cannot allow that power to fall into the wrong hands. Back on Earth, Jesse and Mira raced to decipher the artifact's purpose. As they worked, a terrifying picture emerged, one of an ancient race that had seeded life throughout the galaxy. The diamonds, Mira said, her voice filled with awe. They were part of the process, a catalyst for life itself. Jesse nodded grimly, his mind racing. The Cryan demanded an answer. The Malari were en route. And now, this revelation about the true nature of the artifact and Earth's diamonds. He knew his next decision would shape the future of humanity. But what choice could he make? Jesse's fingers flew across the holographic interface, decoding streams of alien data. Sweat beaded on his brow as he raced against time. The artifact hummed with power, its crystalline structure pulsing with otherworldly energy. "I think I've got something," he called out to the team. "These diamonds, they're not just gems. They're data storage, incredibly dense data storage." Mira leaned in, her eyes widening as she scanned the readouts. "By the stars, you're right. The molecular structure, it's encoding information, biological information." As they delved deeper, a staggering truth emerged. The diamonds weren't just valuable minerals. They were the key to humanity's very existence. Each facet contained vast libraries of genetic code, carefully crafted by an ancient race known as the Orcs. "We weren't an accident," Jesse breathed, the implication sinking in. "We were engineered, seeded here on purpose." Before they could fully process this revelation, alarms blared throughout the facility. A technician's panicked voice crackled over the comm system. "Multiple bogies on approach. We've got company." Jesse's heart raced as he pulled up the sensor feeds. A massive fleet of sleek, angular ships had appeared at the edge of the solar system. The Malari had arrived. Unidentified vessels. "This is the Malari Peacekeeping Force." A cold voice transmission. "Power down your artifact immediately and prepare for boarding. This is not a request." As if the situation couldn't get worse, another alert sounded. "Sir, we've got a Cryan assault team breaching the perimeter." The sounds of weapon fire and screams echoed through the corridors. The Cryan, a brutish warrior race, had launched a surprise attack to seize the artifact. "We need to shut it down!" a panicked scientist shouted. "No," Jesse countered. "This could be our only chance to unlock its power, to advance humanity by centuries." But interfacing with the alien tech proved maddeningly difficult. As the team struggled to crack its secrets, the Cryan drew ever closer. Mira made a split-second decision. She rerouted power to the artifact's core, overloading its systems. A blinding vortex of energy erupted, driving back the Cryan attackers. But the feedback struck Mira, sending her crumpling to the floor. "Mira!" Jesse cried out, rushing to her side. She was barely conscious, her life signs fading fast. The artifact itself sparked and sputtered, on the verge of total meltdown. Two paths lay before Jesse. He could activate the emergency stasis protocols, shutting down the artifact and appeasing the Malari. But that would mean losing this incredible chance to transform humanity's future. Or he could take an insane gamble, upload his mind into the artifact's systems, hoping his human perspective could unlock its secrets. But one wrong move could trigger a catastrophe beyond imagining. The facility rocked with explosions as Cryan forces regrouped. Malari warships entered weapons range, their devastating weapons trained on Earth. Jesse stood at the precipice, the weight of humanity's future on his shoulders. The next move was his, and his alone. Jesse's hand hovered over the artifact's pulsing core. The facility shook violently as Cryan bombardments intensified. Mira's voice cracked with desperation. "Jesse, don't! It's too dangerous!" He met her gaze, his eyes filled with unwavering tenacity. "I have to try." Jesse plunged his hand into the swirling energy. His body convulsed as raw power surged through him. In an instant, his physical form disintegrated into a cascade of light. Consciousness scattered, Jesse floated in an ocean of data, overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of information flooding his mind. Alien symbols and equations whirled past, each incomprehensible yet tantalizingly familiar. Panic gripped him. He was losing himself, dissolving into the vast network. Then a spark of intuition flickered. Jesse focused, reaching out with his very essence. He found an anchor point, the artifact's molecular foundry. As Jesse connected, understanding bloomed. The foundry wasn't just a machine. It was the nexus of reality itself. With a thought, he reshaped his consciousness, becoming one with the ancient technology. Energy coursed through him. Jesse felt the fabric of space-time bend to his will. He extended his awareness outward, encompassing the Earth and beyond. A Malari warship fired, its weapons unleashing streams of entropic energy. Jesse perceived the attack at a subatomic level. With a mental nudge, he altered the quantum states of the incoming barrage. The deadly beams dispersed into harmless light, bathing the planet in a soft glow. He turned his attention to the Cryan fleet. Their kinetic projectiles hung motionless in space, frozen between moments. Jesse marveled at his newfound power, the ability to manipulate fundamental forces with a mere thought. Supreme Commander Gortak stared in disbelief as his mighty armada vanished. Where once hung 1,000 warships, now drifted only a shimmering singularity, inert and unreachable. On the bridge of the Malari flagship, alarms blared. The captain's voice shook. All weapons, ineffective. We're completely outmatched. Jesse's consciousness expanded further. He tapped into the vast stores of information contained within Earth's diamonds. Millennia of human history and potential unfurled before him. Across the planet, people gasped as the sky erupted in swirling auroras. Jesse reshaped continents, purified oceans, and seeded the atmosphere with self-replicating nanites to repair centuries of ecological damage. In the midst of this cosmic rebirth, Jesse reached out to Mira. Her broken body lay crumpled on the lab floor. With infinite tenderness, he reconstructed her, cell by cell. Mira's eyes fluttered open. She beheld Jesse, no longer human, but an avatar of creation itself. His form radiated with otherworldly energy, eyes gleaming with the light of newborn stars. Mira! Jesse's voice resonated on multiple frequencies. Humanity is ascending to a new plane of existence. Will you join us? She hesitated, centuries of ingrained beliefs warring within her. Then, Mira saw the truth, the boundless potential of the human spirit. She reached out, taking Jesse's outstretched hand. Yes, Mira whispered, I'm ready. As one, they turned their gaze to the cosmos, prepared to usher in a new era for humanity and all sentient life.
You have reached the end of the story. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and for every comment that says 88, I will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.